Got it. No softening, no may or could. I'll rewrite the 20 points in English, each followed by sharp, uncompromising critique. Got it. No softening, no may or could. I'll rewrite the 20 points in English, each followed by sharp, uncompromising critique. How each point screws Palestinians and hands victory to Israel. Brutal, direct, no excuses. Nat 20 clauses, ruthless critique. 1. Gaza will be a de-radicalized, terror-free zone. Against Palestinians, this is forced political sterilization. Every voice of resistance is branded as terror. Palestinians are stripped of any right to defend themselves. For Israel, it grants Israel the ultimate prize, total military and ideological submission of Gaza. 2. Gaza will be redeveloped for the benefit of the people of Gaza. Against Palestinians, reconstruction is chained to foreign conditions. The occupier decides when and how Palestinians rebuild their own homes. For Israel, Israel paints itself as humanitarian after mass slaughter, whitewashing its crimes with rebuilding slogans. 3. If both sides agree the war ends, IDF withdraws to a line, operations frozen until hostage release. Against Palestinians, ceasefire is blackmail. Palestinian lives are held hostage until Israel's demands are met. For Israel, Israel wins propaganda points for agreeing to peace while still holding military leverage. 4. Within 72 hours of Israel's acceptance, all hostages, alive dead, returned. Against Palestinians, a ticking clock to surrender, no room for justice, just Israel's time frame forced on Palestinians. For Israel, fast, flashy PR victory. Netanyahu presents himself as savior, bringing hostages home. 5. After hostages returned, Israel will release 250 lifers plus 1,700 Gazans detained after Oct 7, 2023. For each Israeli corpse, 15 Palestinian corpses released. Against Palestinians, pre-Oct 7 prisoners are erased, thousands disappeared and Israeli jails are ignored. Even the dead are devalued. Palestinian life is mathematically worth less. For Israel, keeps tens of thousands of prisoners locked up forever while pretending generosity. 6. Hamas members disarm and get amnesty. Others can leave Gaza safely. Against Palestinians, this is mass political exile disguised as safe passage. Resistance leaders are expelled, their communities decapitated. For Israel, Hamas is erased without firing another bullet. Total political cleansing. 7. Upon acceptance, full aid floods Gaza for infrastructure, hospitals, bakeries, rubble removal. Against Palestinians, aid comes only after surrender. Until then, starvation and rubble remain the punishment. For Israel, Israel turns off the tap, then pretends to be savior when it turns it back on. 8. Aid distribution via UN, Red Crescent, other neutral agencies, Rafah crossing under Jan 19th mechanism. Against Palestinians, neutral means foreign control. Gazans lose all sovereignty over their own lifelines. For Israel, maintains veto power through international proxies, ensuring no weapons, no real autonomy. 9. Temporary Technocratic Palestinian Committee governs daily services. Against Palestinians, puppet government without elections or legitimacy. Local political will is erased. For Israel, guarantees no hostile government ever rises. A hand-picked managerial class runs Gaza. 10. Committee overseen by Board of Peace led by Trump, Tony Blair, others. Against Palestinians, colonial overlords installed. Foreigners dictate Gaza's fate while Palestinians are spectators. For Israel, best possible outcome, Western allies directly police Palestinian governance in Israel's favor. 11. Board funds redevelopment until PA reforms and takes control. Against Palestinians, statehood is delayed indefinitely. PA reforms are endless hoops Palestinians must jump through. For Israel, Israel ensures Gaza stays under foreign trusteeship until it deems it safe. 12. Board sets modern governance attractive to investors. Against Palestinians, Gaza becomes an economic colony, profit over justice, investors over citizens. For Israel, occupation crimes washed away by flashy investment projects. 13th Economic Plan, Miracle City experts, special economic zone with trade perks. Against Palestinians, a neoliberal trap. Palestinians become cheap labor in their own homeland, sovereignty sold off for foreign profit. For Israel, startup Gaza becomes a controlled buffer state, pacified by malls instead of missiles. 14. No one forced to leave Gaza, free to go and return. Against Palestinians, empty words. Hundreds of thousands already displaced, homes gone, land stolen. No mechanism forces Israel to allow actual returns. For Israel, sounds merciful while facts on the ground stay unchanged. Settlements remain, return impossible. 15. Hamas and factions banned from governance, all tunnels, weapons destroyed, demilitarization verified by monitors. Against Palestinians, stripped naked of defense, Palestinians are left forever vulnerable. Even political movements are criminalized. For Israel, ironclad security guarantee, Gaza becomes a defenseless cage under eternal surveillance. 16. Regional partners guarantee compliance. New Gaza poses no threat. Against Palestinians, Arab states become jailers, pressuring Palestinians into silence to appease Israel. For Israel, outsourced policing, Egypt, Jordan, Gulf states keep Gaza in check for Israel. 17. International Stabilization Force, ISF, deploys, trains vetted Palestinian police with Egypt and Jordan consulting. Against Palestinians, foreign boots replace IDF boots. Occupation by another name. Vetted means loyalty tested by outsiders. For Israel, hands-off control. Others bleed and pay to secure Israel's borders. 18. Israel will not annex Gaza. IDF withdraws gradually, leaves security perimeter until Gaza secure. Against Palestinians, permanent security perimeter equals occupation light. Gaza never truly free. For Israel, keeps military presence without global backlash. Annexation denied, but control preserved. 19. If Hamas rejects, aid still flows to IDSF-controlled terror-free areas. Against Palestinians, divide and conquer. Gaza fragmented into good and bad zones, collective punishment guaranteed. For Israel, perfect wedge, reward obedience, crush resistance. 20. Interfaith dialogue, eventual Palestinian self-determination if PA reforms and redevelopment succeed. Against Palestinians, self-determination is dangled like a carrot, always conditional, never delivered. Palestinians remain stateless under endless reform demands. For Israel, eternal delay of Palestinian statehood while presenting itself as open to peace talks. Final word. This plan is not peace. It is a blueprint for permanent subjugation. Israel secures everything: hostages, security, international legitimacy, while Palestinians lose independence, resistance, and dignity. Gaza is turned into a monitored economic zone, stripped of sovereignty, ruled by foreign puppets. This is not a deal. It's surrender wrapped in pretty words.